Anyway, we gotta bring up the next person, and guess what? It's not a meaty dude. She's a very good-looking lady. Her name's Kathleen Donnelly. What's up?
Yes, the female. Yes.
Son? Oh, it is. I'm done. Thank you. Andy is very literal. Alright, I gotta complain with you guys something straight off the bat. My garbage men are hot. Okay? You might think that's a joke. I'm not joking. I have really hot garbage men in my neighborhood. And I mean men, I'm plural, okay? They work together as a team. There's two of them. It's like a double jackpot, ladies. Every Wednesday, it's great. One of them looks like Lenny Kravitz. He's got the cool dreads. The other guy, she knows him. The other guy looks kind of like Eminem. Now, I understand Eminem, not everyone thinks he's hot, I understand. But I like the boyish types, right? Now, when I first noticed them in the neighborhood, I had to do a bit of a double take, right? They were wearing these cool shades. They were like the Men in Black. But instead of saving our neighborhood from weird aliens, they were saving us from weird garbage. And I respected that. In fact, you could tell they were pals, the way they like interacted with each other. It was almost like male models on a Tommy Hilfiger shoot. Except instead of a yacht, it was a garbage truck. And they weren't gay. But even before I saw them, right, I knew something was different. I came home one night, all the garbage pails, all the garbage bins in front of everyone's house were perfectly aligned at exact right angles, right in the center of each address. And I thought, this really appealed to my OCD nature. And I thought, okay, either we have new garbage men who really take pride in their work, or this is the work of aliens. Either way, the super hot garbage men showed up the next week, so I was set. Now you might be thinking, Kathleen, this is kind of an odd crush for someone to have, right? No, you're wrong. This is not an odd crush. This is a relationship. Okay? At least it will be if everyone plays their cards right, and I am doing my part. Every Wednesday, I step it up a notch. The first week, I made sure that my bin was out on the street, not on the curb, right? Turned with the handle out, making it as easy as possible. The next day, I envisioned them walking up to my perfectly placed trash bin thinking, this woman knows what I need. This woman has my best interest in heart, right? You know they had to think that, right? The way it was positioned. Week 2, I completely cleaned the bin inside and out. It had been 10 years, people. It was disgusting, but love has no bounds. And then to make it clear, I doused the entire bin in Obsession perfume. The next morning, I'm peeking out from the windows, and I see them sort of hovering a little bit and motioning toward the house. I thought, that's right, fellas, I'm right here. Week 3 took it up another notch. I strategically placed a couple issues of Cosmo magazine on the top of the trash. So when they would open up the lid right there looking at them, there'd be 732 ways to please your man. And my favorite article I put right on top. Wild white-collar women and their hunky blue-collar boyfriends. Story inside. Now, I do realize I'm a taxpayer. Since I'm a taxpayer, that probably means that they work for me, technically, which means this may constitute a sexual harassment. But no one has complained. Week 4, not 3, but 4. I kind of conveniently forgot to take my bin out on Tuesday night, so that Wednesday, when I heard that glorious sound, doop, 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 I went racing out in a brand new red satin robe with matching red lace lingerie. And like a fine Victorian lady with her handkerchief, I dropped a banana peel at the foot of my potential suitor. Without a word, he quietly put it up. We don't have to speak about this. We know we have a relationship. And I know it's working because every week, like clockwork, they come back. Forget about it. And this isn't the only relationship I'm having. My Facebook status says single. I'm having secret relationships with men all over this town, okay? There is green green goggle guy from the swimming pool that I swim laps in, Tuesday, 10:30, he was there. I swim in his lane. We don't need to talk. There was a vibe. Bodies were in motion, okay? I let him know telepathically to meet me there next Tuesday at 10:30 if he was interested. Bango, he was back for more next week. He said we don't need to talk, we're speaking the language of love. Now you might be thinking, well, Kathleen, you're just going for these relationships that don't have commitment involved. You know, you're avoiding the real thing. No, au contraire, okay? I know a real relationship takes work. Like last night, hot guy in my neighborhood, jogger, athletic, attractive. This guy is so hot when I see him, my deodorant stops working. As do the hooks of my bra. It's just phenomenal. I see him running toward me. I'm driving in my car to get something to eat. I see him running towards me. Normally I would ignore the hell out of him because that's what you do when you like someone, so you don't scare them out. But I was in the protective device of my vehicle and I gave him a smile. He smiled back. Then I turned into my destination. Shit, McDonald's. Okay, athlete guy, yeah, sometimes I supersize things, all right? But don't judge me on that. So I made sure on the way home, I passed him slowly so he could get a clear view of the marathon sticker on the back of my car. I'm not messing around. Now, why am I telling you all this, people? Let me sum this up. It's because it's okay. I know I'm not the only one. This is the man in the mirror part of the show, people. Okay? I know. There are at least 6 or 7 people in the audience who have scooped out someone here tonight, maybe in the lobby, maybe right just 5 seconds ago. What? There's someone singing in the front row. Don't hit on me till after the show. Okay, all I have to say to you is it's okay, you don't have to communicate, right? You can just send that vibe. I'm sure there are 1 or 2 ladies maybe a little interested in some of the men up here on stage ahead of me. You guys have secretly made that deal. I'll be here next month in this same seat and we can get things started. And lastly, if any of the men folk here are thinking that about me, I want you to know, yes, I have noticed you. I will be here next month. But don't worry, I'll keep it on the down low until then. We don't have to tell anyone. Don't call me. I won't call you.